I've got to keep my voice down because I really don't want anyone eavesdropping right now. Hi there, therian and ultra-human community. We need to talk. I've seen some issues going around this community for a while now, and it's really been bugging me, so I decided to make a video about it. This video doesn't apply to just therians, it also applies to other kin and other similar ultra-human communities. Before I start though, please note that I am not attacking anyone, so please don't take this video as a personal attack. Also, be polite in the comments. I do monitor them and I am not shy about deleting hate. Anyway, let's begin. Do your research. This is probably the biggest issue, especially with so many younger members of the community. People keep spreading misinformation, sometimes they double down on misinformation. And I've also seen people coining new terms when they don't need to, or they just use the wrong term entirely. It is extremely important that you get accurate information on therianthropy. I recommend getting more than one source just to ensure that what you're reading is accurate. Bonus points if you look up the history of the community, alt.horror.werewolves. And please do not use TikTok as a source. I've also noticed a lot of people coining new terms for really niche identities. And there's nothing wrong with that, don't get me wrong. But don't pressure yourself to use those labels if you don't want to. It's okay if you don't fit in a specific box perfectly. Some people qualify for really niche labels, but they prefer using general ones instead. Next, don't water yourself down to avoid bullying. I see this sort of thing all the time, where people will defend therianthropy by saying, "It's just a spiritual connection," or, "Oh, I know I'm human, don't worry." Usually the goal of these statements is to stop hate comments before they even come in. But the problem is, not only are some of these comments misinformation, but they also just don't work. First of all, the misinformation. Some of these phrases that therians will use to stop hate before it even shows up will either alienate entire parts of the community, or it's just not accurate. A prime example of this is people saying, "Oh, therianthropy is just a spiritual connection." Not only is this inaccurate because that's actually the definition of other-hearted, but it also excludes people that identify psychologically or otherwise. And even then, yeah, it just doesn't work. If somebody's going to give you a hard time for being different, minimizing those parts of yourself isn't going to change that. And even if they didn't, is it really worth hiding part of your identity just to get validation from someone who would shame you once they find out what you're really like? And look, I get it. We're all under a lot of pressure to conform to societal norms, and anyone who doesn't gets shamed or even accused of being fundamentally wrong, which is absolutely ridiculous, but that's a topic for another time. So just be honest, express yourself with sincerity, and don't give energy to people who are going to give you a hard time for being yourself. Trust me, life is better that way. And next, don't bully each other. Oh boy, this is going to be a big one. Again, this is not a personal attack, but if I do seem a bit spicy, just take that as a sign of how important this issue is. First, art. Art is not a talent that you're born with, despite what some people might think. It is a skill that you have to develop over time. And yes, some people do develop that skill faster than others, but everyone starts at zero. Whether you're drawing, mask making, composing music, making edits, whatever. It's self-expression. It's not always going to be a masterwork, and that's totally fine. If you don't like someone's art, that's fine. Just ignore it and move on with your life instead of mocking the artist. There's also some big issues of the race and body shaming in this community, and that's really sad. And if someone calls you out for doing something offensive, listen to them. Next thing I want to talk about is self-expression, and this kind of ties in with not watering yourself down. I have seen therians picking on other therians for expressing themselves in a more animalistic way. Like, literally doing the same thing to each other that normal humans do to us. If someone's self-expression weirds you out, that's fine. Just ignore it and move on with your life. Obviously, if someone is doing something unsafe, that's a completely different story. But policing other people's self-expression is a slippery slope, and you should not be buying a ski set for it. Someone posting a video of them eating dog treat-shaped pancakes out of a dog bowl labeled dog is not going to hurt you. Just leave them alone and move on. Last, but definitely not least, when I say to be kind to everyone, that includes yourself, okay? I've seen people being harsh on themselves for not making the prettiest masks, or not being the best at quadrobics, or not having the best edits. But those things are skills, and skills get better with time and practice. I've seen people who are sad because they can't express themselves due to family, school, or other factors making it unsafe or uncomfortable for them. If you're listening to this, you are still just as valid as everyone else. Never forget that, okay? And then I see people who are upset that the video they worked really hard on just doesn't get much reach. The algorithm is a finicky thing even in the best of times, so a lot of it, sadly, just comes down to luck. And I know the big numbers make the brain chemicals all happy and all that, but please, don't obsess over popularity. Instead, focus on doing things that you truly enjoy. Speaking from experience, no amount of success or popularity is ever going to replace genuine happiness. Anyway, that's about it. Thank you for watching. If you watched this far, I have no idea how I'm going to end this script, so I guess I'll just stop recording.